a yellow door and that leads up to Victoria Square Shopping Centre. And then straight ahead you can see our outward clock. Back in early 2000s, that was our very known equivalent to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, because it was listed from left to right. The reason why it was listed from left to right for, it was built in the late 1800s. It was built on marshy reclaimed ground. It was built with wooden supports. So with all this combination, the building began to list from left to right. But back in early 2002, they spent over £2 million straightening the clock tower. But you know the clock tower has got 4 clock faces, and every one of the clock faces tells a different time. So you think the first part of the £2 million they had to spend would be spent on synchronising the clock faces all the way time. And there you go, that's Belfast for you. This is us now driving into Custom House Square. And if you look straight ahead there on the left hand side, you'll see a large blue fish that is called the salmon of knowledge. And I reckon if you kiss that salmon of knowledge, you'll end up with a fountain of knowledge, and then you could end up being as smart as me. So during the industrial years, there was a lot of pollution poured into the river, killed off a lot of the fish, a lot of the livestock. But recently, they built a new weir on the river there as you straight ahead. It keeps the water level higher, it keeps the water level cleaner. And since they built this new weir, the salmon has returned back to the river. So that's a sign they have the river once again. So on this side of the river, we are County Antrim. And it's across over the Queen Elizabeth Bridge now to the far side, we will then be in County Dublin. And as you know, there are 6 counties in the whole of Northern Ireland. So we have a little bit of a road diversion here today. We will be going off-road here for a few minutes or more. So we're going to be quiet now for the next few moments until we go back onto our original route, and then you will hear our live commentary once again. represent hard work, but I like those letters to represent hello and welcome to our tours to our beautiful city. But the last time the shipyard was for sale, Fred Olsen was looking to buy the company. So can you imagine if he bought the company and replaced the letters from HW to the letters FO? It might mean something totally different, but I would be much too polite to say that. So the first crane coming up is called Samson, the second one is called Goliath. The first one came in 1969 and the second one came in 1974. So they've been part of Belfast Skyline for over 50 years. So if you just look down your left hand side, you will see a brown building. That used to be the draft drawing room, but they drew all the plans for the Titanic and all their sister ships. But recently it has been turned into a hotel, and now it is called the Titanic Hotel. So if you just look on the right hand side of the hotel, you can see all the buses, and that's where HBO filmed the film, 6 for the film that came off Cruise. But currently they're making a film in there, and the film is called How to Train Your Dragon. So just down the right hand side you can see the size of the crane Goliath. And you can just imagine the great lifting power that crane has got. And that crane can move independently up and down the dry dock and lift stuff off and on the ships if needed so.
Do they still build ships here?
Yeah. Mostly refurbished ones.
Oh, okay.
So if you look now straight ahead, you will see a large grey battleship that is called HMS Caroline. That is famous for the Battle of Jutland back in 1916, and it's hard to believe that ship has been above the water for as long as the Titanic has been on the water.